All right, guys, we got Joe Conrad, owner of Conrad's Grill, here today. Thanks for having me in. And he's going to take us through the step-by-step process of making the famous #1 wrap. Something I've had many times in my day, and I'm going to be having another one today. So thanks for having me in, Joe.
Yep.
And let's get this thing started.
Starts with about 10, 12 tater tots.
Yep. Conrad's isn't complete without tater tots in the wrap. So is the #1, is that the first wrap you ever made when you were making wraps for your friends?
Yep, the #1 is what everything is pretty much based off of.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, I would just grill chicken, make mashed potatoes, and just chicken, mashed potatoes, cheddar cheese. I didn't do it in a tortilla. I just did it, those three things, but then it turned into a restaurant style.
Yeah.
Either subs or tortillas. It's kind of, in college, I used to go to Pancheros all the time. That was a big place.
Yeah.
About 20 years ago. And, but I wasn't really a big fan of rice or beans at the time. So I kind of made it more like a Midwestern burrito with potatoes and chicken.
Exactly, yeah.
Ranch dressing and barbecue, that kind of stuff.
And yeah,
Chicken.
the interesting thing about Conrad's, reading online, is how you started off just making wraps for your friends. And I'm kind of wondering, when did you realize that this is something I could maybe make a successful career out of?
When I had to figure out something to do for a career.
Yeah.
Basically, I worked in restaurants since I was 15 years old, and all of my part-time jobs through college were working at restaurants. And when I was going to college, I never had any intention of staying in the food industry.
Yeah.
But that is what I ended up learning and excelling at.
Yeah.
And luckily, my dad was real supportive, and he helped me out with the financing. So I was able to. He told me to come up with a plan and a menu, and this is where the not the finished product, but where it came to right now.
Yeah, and you opened up the first location, it was 12 years ago, right, in 2007?
Yeah, 2007.
And since then, you've opened up 3 more in East Lansing, correct, and even 1 in Chicago.
Yep.
What do you think it is about Conrad's, like, that resonates so much with the East Lansing community? Because in a place where a lot of franchises are taken over and most restaurants are chains, Conrad's has been one of the most successful restaurants in the city. So what do you think it is about your style of cooking, or maybe the delivery, that resonates with students?
I mean, a few things. I think it's a unique product.
Yeah.
Can't really get anything like this anywhere else. And I've always kind of tried to cater to the students more than I think other places do. And obviously, the late night hours.
Yeah. Those will get you.
There was a lot of, I did a lot of testing with my friends during those late hours. So we just had a good idea of what people are going to like.
Yeah.
And it's hard. The older I get, it's hard really catering to the late night crowd.
Yeah.
Which a lot of other places just don't want to do. So I mean, that's kind of where I've always kept my edge. So.
Yeah, and you talk about testing out wraps with your friends. Is that kind of the process you go through when coming up with some of your more like unorthodox wraps, like the Hawaiian Reed, or maybe putting a mac and cheese bite on the DWB? Is that all come from you and your buddies just trying them out and seeing what works?
For the most part, I mean, now it's a lot of employees and customers.
Yeah.
All my buddies are moved away for the most part, so my staff is really most of my good friends now. That are still in the area. So it's really staff and customers just making suggestions, and things that stick, give them a try. And I mean, really a lot of it comes from employees. Like I'll just tell them, try this out, try that out, tweak it a little bit here. And so that's where all all the new ones just collectively from me and employees and customers.
All right, now it's on the wrap. Here's one final question as you're finishing up the number one. Opening up your location in Chicago, that's got to be a big step for Conrad's. Do you guys have future plans to franchise more?
Yeah, that's kind of the first step.
Yep.
We're, we've never been in a big city, so it's a lot different for us to see how that's going to go. So far, it's going good.
Yeah.
And if that works out, though, I mean, that is the ultimate goal, is to have Conrad start popping up all over the place. So
yeah, I don't see why it wouldn't work.
hopefully, MSU students, as they branch out, hopefully Conrad's will follow them.
Oh yeah, I know. That would be great if I lived in Chicago and I could still get Conrad's. That would be perfect. And there it is, the famous number one wrap.
There you go.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Joe. Thank you for having me here today. It was a real pleasure.
Yeah, you got it, man.